Hi, it's Monday, September something or other. It's Labor Day. I'm trying to think, is it the official or unofficial end of the summer? Either way, it's the end of the summer. I wanted to record, well, obviously I didn't upload a video yesterday, Sunday. I wanted to record a video today and do kind of a recap of my week. I'm out on a walk, obviously, but I kind of feel like I'm not enjoying my walk as much because I'm thinking about vlogging. So instead, I think I'm just going to resume this video once I get home. So I will see you back there. I'm back home. I was struggling with what to call this video, what to title it, or what it was even going to be about. And but I think I came up with a solution. I'm just going to call it show and tell. I bought a bunch of different things this week, so I'm going to kind of do like a little mini review of some things. I got my cheat sheet so I don't forget to say anything. Like I said on my walk, I did not upload a video yesterday. We had some company over. I did shoot video last week. We had some company over yesterday. It was just nice to sit around. I had a couple drinks. I just didn't feel like spending the rest of the evening editing. And like I said, I didn't even know what I was going to title the video or anything. So, so this is just gonna be a recap of my week, and then a little mini review of some things I bought. Last week, I don't know what day it was, either Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, that I had some sort of like mental breakthrough, some like epiphany or something. And I've been able to, I know what I did. That's the good part. The bad part is I don't really know how to explain it. So for now, I'm really just gonna, I guess, kind of live it. It feels really good. I'm gonna enjoy it, and hopefully I can get to a point where maybe I can explain it. I don't really know. I'm a little nervous talking about it. I don't know if you can tell. I'm excited. It feels good. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of riding that high right now. Anyway, last week I had Monday off. I took my son to a doctor's appointment in Philadelphia, and as is kind of tradition for us, we stopped for a cheesesteak. We tried a different place, different for us, a place called D'Alessandro's. It was rated really highly. It was crowded, I think, for a Monday. Cheesesteak was really good. I don't think I've ever had a bad cheesesteak in Philadelphia. But something struck me, and I don't know. I'm usually not that critical of things, so I don't really know where this was coming from. But like looking at the menu, they have toppings, and a bunch of them are free. I think like onions and peppers but then there's a separate section that there's toppings that cost money, like mushrooms and lettuce and tomato. Like, I don't know, just I didn't see the differentiation in why some were like 75 cents more than others. I don't know, maybe there's a shortage of things. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of felt like they were like nickel and diming things, you know? And then they have cheese options, and American cheese is listed as the standard, and I guess that's included, but then they have provolone and cheese whiz, which were like 50 cents extra. I thought whiz was the standard for a Philadelphia cheesesteak. And is there really that much of a cost difference in those cheeses? Like, why are some more than, like, I don't know. Anyway, and I am being really critical on this. Toppings, like the idea of toppings, you have toppings on a cheesesteak. I feel like they should be more like fillings. What they did is, like, I got a steak with onions and whiz. And so they have the steak, and then they put the onions on top, and then they put the whiz on top, and then they wrap it up. And we waited till we got home. I unwrapped it, and of course all the cheese comes off with the wrapper. So now I really just have a steak with onions, and the onions are on top. So it's like some bites I was getting bread and steak, some bites I was getting bread and onions, and some bites I was getting bread and steak and onion. Like, I don't know. I feel like it should have been mixed in and not toppings. I think they should be fillings. Like, I don't know. Maybe this is gonna be something that is my criteria of cheesesteaks going forward. I mean, they're still great cheesesteak, you know, whatever. Anyway, enough about cheesesteaks. That was Monday. Tuesday, I don't know how, but like within like a week, my office had gotten like just messy, and it's already messy again. But I took my lunch hour to clean things up, just to kind of get things, the mess. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, and it felt good. But again, I could already get back in there and clean it again. Anyway, that was Tuesday. I took Monday and Tuesday off lifting any sort of physical activity, but it felt good. Wednesday, so Wednesday at lunch, I did a biceps workout. I don't really remember too much about it. I didn't record a lot of video, but my workouts for the week, just in general, were like above average. So I'm thinking that was a pretty good workout. Thursday at lunch, I did a chest workout, and this I do remember as being a really good workout. I guess I've realized that I feel the best once I really get into it. Once I really start, you know, breathing heavy and sweating, and that's like when I move into the, you know, I'm making progress. I'm making gains on this workout. But I feel like, you know, I have to be well rested. I have to be mentally there. I have to be able to push myself to get to that point. And if I don't have that mental state, then I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions, and I almost wonder whether it's worthwhile to do a workout like that. I don't know if that's making any sense or not. Thursday evening, I tried my one of my jump ropes that I bought last week, and this is kind of one of my first little reviews. So, okay, all right, too many things. This is one of the jump ropes I got, and you can see how this handle is made. I really should clip this off. So you loosen the base, and then you can pull this through to adjust the length. But the fact that it comes out the side of the handle as opposed to, you know, coming out the top, like jump ropes, I guess, have been made for, you know, billions of years. It actually made it easier to jump, right? So when you're holding the jump rope like this and you're swinging it, this part is just kind of swinging around. It's you know, it actually makes more sense to me. But and it was easier to jump. I didn't mess up as often. But I also feel like I don't really want to get accustomed to this exact style. I almost feel like I'd rather come out the end. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue using this or not. It really wasn't that expensive. It's weighted. It did feel good weighted. So I don't know. Might just switch back to a more standard jump rope. Anyway, so that was Thursday evening. Friday at lunch, I did a shoulders, triceps, back workout. Again, I didn't shoot much video, and I think when I looked back at the clips, I was doing my power shrugs, and I didn't have the camera angled up enough so you can't even see the shrug part. Anyway, that's what I get for not shooting a lot of video, I guess. Saturday, I did another biceps workout, and I do remember this one because I really feel like with biceps, I'm starting to, I'm 9 minutes in already. I feel like I'm really starting to be able to feel the contraction, get a mind muscle connection with biceps, and really just like squeezing at the top or at the, I don't know, throughout the whole thing. It just, it feels good, and that's really why I was doing, you know, like a biceps day and a chest day. Chest, I'm actually, I don't know if I mentioned this, I think I'm going to do a chest workout today, and I've been using this. Turn the camera like this. My universal thing to do, you know, bench press basically, and I do one set with my hands. I don't know if you can see this. The handle's in the way. My hands, you know, vertical, and they're closer together. And then I do another set with them spread out further. And I really feel like I want to start pushing myself more when it comes to that. Yeah, that was that's what I'm doing today. Hopefully, I don't know. It's such a nice day out that I kind of want to get out and do something else outside. I don't know. We'll see. Yesterday morning, we went kayaking. We went to a bigger lake. It's about a half hour from our house. It was a beautiful day. There, you know, much bigger lake, and there were people boating and stuff, but it didn't feel crowded because the lake was so big. It was just so nice, so peaceful. Yeah, had a great time kayaking. That's pretty much my week. I'm gonna do some. Screen printing. I really didn't do much on screen printing. I'm having a couple issues getting the shirts to be straight and getting the print to be straight. I don't really like the setup. I don't go into a lot of it, but I don't know. I might tweak things and maybe rig up my own little modifications. So I'm not quite there yet in being able to print shirts, and I'm gonna need practice. So yeah, that'll come eventually. Okay, so just some things. This is the show and tell part. I went to a health food store, same one I always go to. I picked up some things. I don't know if I talked about these before. These Bonitos chips. I love these, the restaurant style ones. 5 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber. I think the serving size is 11 chips. No added sugar. They taste really good. My kids even like these. Felt the same thing else. I got some, you know, standard hot dogs in a can. Gotta have those. And I don't know, I saw this Amy's organic chili. I think I've had some of these Amy's soups, but this is it's a vegan chili. I don't know, but I want to try it. Picked up some C4. I've used this in the past. I was trying to get away from pre-workouts. I've been sometimes drinking Monster or even coffee. I don't really know how I feel about it, taking a pre-workout. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. Probably gonna use this today. Yeah. I saw a deal on these. I've never had these before. Health Warrior Chia Bars. They're 100 calories. It's only 3 grams of protein. I thought it just might be a good kind of snack to have around. Flavored chocolate peanut butter. So we shall see. I think this is the last thing. This is a simple projection screen. Fun fact, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I actually have a small business we used to do outdoor movies, like big inflatable screens, you know, projector, sound system, the whole 9 yards. Some parties got pretty big, up to maybe, I don't know, 300 people, something like that. I have since not been doing the parties anymore and kind of been selling off the equipment. Probably going to be closing the business officially at some point, but I still love doing outdoor movies, and something I want to do eventually. And this was just a good deal. I think this screen was like $30, so it's just I mean, you could use a bed sheet, you know, hanging up in your backyard. This has like grommets around the edges, so you could. I think I'm going to make a frame, and I don't know. Anyway, but that's something I kind of want to do this fall. Again, I've got a lot of different projects I'm working on, so I'm not gonna like jump into that, but it was a good deal, and so I bought it. Anyway, I think that was all I had written down, and we're at 15 minutes, so yeah, that's it. I don't know how I'm going to continue uploading videos schedule-wise. I'm definitely not going to continue saying I'm going to do a video every Sunday. I'd like to do one at least once a week, but I'd like to also break it up if I want to do one on Wednesday. You know, like just kind of be whatever. You know, whatever. Something happens, I have a day off. I have another week vacation coming up. You know, so. Yeah, I just kind of want to mix it up and not be stuck to a schedule. So I don't know when my next video will be, but I'm not disappearing. I'm not. So anyway, that's it. That's it for last week, and I will see you in the next video.